So you're thinking about moving to Carroll Stream, Illinois. In this video, I'm going to show you around Carroll Stream, show you some neighborhoods, and show you some homes at different price points to get an idea of what it's like to live and move around here in Carroll Stream. Right now, I am sitting at one of the smaller area shopping centers that we have here. I'm going to plug a couple of these businesses. One is Bulldog's Ale House, and the other one is JT's Corner Tap and Eatery. Been at both of them. They're nice places to be, very friendly here in town, right off of Lies Road, actually directly in front of the recreation center that we have here in town. I'm going to turn around so you can take a look at that and see where we're at. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 weeks, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help make a smooth move here to Chicago. Now, if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you a few secrets and hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so here we are at house number 1. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1978, all brick construction. It's got a 2-car garage. It also has a full basement. Now, for those of you that are just moving into the Midwest, full basements are a fairly common thing here in the Midwest, especially here in the Chicagoland area. So as you can see, very nice construction. Doesn't look like it's built in 1978, but it is. So it's got a fairly modern look. So anyway, here in the Chicagoland area, you do have a lot of properties that are built around that same time frame, and they do have full basements. Now, this one's listed at $355,000. So that gives you an idea of what you get for $355,000. The other thing I want you to notice is that the roof is actually an architectural style roof. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because most of the roofs that would have been on a type of house of this age would have been a flat shingled roof. And a flat shingled roof is a roof that isn't quite as durable. Probably goes about 20 years. This architectural style roof can go somewhere around 30 years. So it is a much more durable roof. It looks like it's been done fairly recently. To give you an idea of what the neighborhood's like, we are in a court. So you don't have any other entrance in here other than what's at the back. So I'm going to kind of move around so you can see. So that is the entrance into the neighborhood. Most of the houses were built right around the same time. So you can kind of take a look at what some of these homes look like here. Now, the other thing is, over my shoulder, you may or may not be able to see it, but there is Glenbard North High School on the other side. So right behind me, you definitely do have Glenbard North High School. And we've got Coon Road that goes north-south, and we got Lies that goes east-west. So it gives you an idea of where we're at. But as you can see, these are the homes. This is the home that we're featuring right now. This is kind of a look at the neighborhood. So I'm just going to kind of turn around. There is this kind of cul-de-sac here, and there is no exit. So the nice thing about a place like this is that you can only come in and out. So people that have a reason to be here are the ones that are coming in and out of this area. So that's it for this particular home. Once again, I'm going to kind of give you a look. This is a single level home. So for those of you who don't like stairs, this is a nice place to be. So this is what you get for $355,000. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so now we're in another part of Carroll Stream. This house is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with a basement, about 2,500 square feet above ground, 2-car garage, and it's listed for $560,000. Now it's got a conventional backyard. We are in a corner lot, and as you can see, we got Lige Road here. Lige Road goes east-west, and if you go further west, Glenbard North is right up the road, and behind this house is the historic farmhouse. So the good news about that is that no one's going to be building behind you. That's always going to be there, and you'll always have that privacy. So this gives you an idea of what $560,000 can get you. Now this house is a partial brick construction, and you can see some of the houses over my shoulder, roughly about the same. The houses south of Lige are a little different, not quite as pricey. This particular neighborhood happens to be in that particular price range. I want to show you some houses that are similar to it, like the one right over my shoulder. This one's actually got a 3-car garage, all brick front, with some siding. You have a few neighborhoods like this sparsed around Carroll Stream. So this gives you an idea of what this looks like. Now this area also, if you come into this street, you have to come back out this road, simply because it's more of a private area. It doesn't necessarily mean that people are excluded or it's gated. Of course not. But people who come here because they have a reason to be here, either friends, family, a personal party or something. So you just don't have people just driving by or driving into the neighborhood for the sake of it. Also, I wanted to point out that where this house is located, right next to it, right between the street and the house, you have these walkways. And it's some of the walkways I've talked about before, where there's about 23 miles of these wide blacktop walkways and bike paths that people can use. So this is a very friendly town for people walking and biking. So take a look again, so you can see what it's like to live in this neighborhood. Very nice area. You can see the houses are roughly about the same. They're all roughly anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000, maybe some a little bit more, a little bit less. But this gives you an idea what $560,000 can get you in this area. So now we're going to go take a look at one more property, and here we go. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, so here we are at another home here in Carroll Stream. This one is a 4-bedroom with one in the basement, so it does have a full basement with a bedroom, 3.5 baths with a 3-car garage. It's in a cul-de-sac, so there are no other pathways out of here except directly in front of the house. And it also has a private backyard, because right behind it, I don't know if you can see it from this vantage point, but right behind it there is like a small lake, a man-made lake that's back there. So no one's ever going to build behind it, so you have a nice little view. Directly to the right of me is County Farm Road that goes north-south, so we're in a different part of Carroll Stream. And this house is listed for $599,900. So kind of give you an idea of what it's like to live in a different part of Carroll Stream. This is more in the southern side of Carroll Stream. Take a look at the houses that are very similar to it here in the cul-de-sac, roughly about the same. This house, this house happens to be about 3,500 square feet above ground. So it's a pretty good sized house. So this gives you an idea of what $599 gets you. Here's some of the other homes in the neighborhood. These are all roughly built right around that 2000, early 2000s, maybe late 1990s. There's the entrance to the cul-de-sac as I was explaining to you. And I'm going to turn around so you can see kind of what is behind there, behind that house, kind of the marshy area. See if you can get a look at that. So you got a nice little marshy area back there, so no one's ever going to build, so it's very private. So here we are in this part of Carroll Stream. Nice area, fairly quiet, even in spite of the fact we got County Farm Road just to the west of us. But again, 2000 build, listed for $599,900. Now I'm going to go back and we're going to summarize our tour for today, and just to give everybody an idea of what we just saw, and contact me if anything like this is of interest to you so we can talk. Okay, so now we're back at my office, which I consider my little happy place. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about Carroll Stream as a town before we start getting into the homes that we just toured. So Carroll Stream is a town of roughly about 34,000 residents. It's a nice little slice of Americana. We do have quite a few things to do here. Just to the south of us, you've got some shopping in Naperville. You can go to the north of us to Woodfield Mall, which is in Schaumburg. You also have some shopping centers that are right here close to town, just in Bloomingdale, just to the east of us. And then you've also got Lombard, also just to the east of us, where you can go to Yorktown Mall. So for us, there's quite a few things that are close to and nearby. Also for you fitness buffs, we also have Lifetime Fitness, which is over here in Bloomingdale, just outside of Carroll Stream. And you've also got some smaller fitness places that are around town. So, but it is a fairly good place to live. I enjoy being here. And let's get to the houses that we just saw. The first one that we saw was the one for $355,000, and that one was a single-family ranch style home with a basement. It had 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, roughly about 1,1900 square feet approximately, and it was listed for $355,000. The second house that we had, and I'm going to look at my notes here, was listed for $560,000. It was a 4-bedroom, 3 1/2 bath, with roughly about 24, maybe 2,500 square feet of living space. That was located over by the farmhouse that I was telling you about, that was a historical place. So no one's going to build right behind you, so you've got quite a bit of privacy, although it does sit on a corner lot that's on just off of Blythe Road, so it is going to be fairly busy. But it also has walkways there, so you can immediately, if you want to get your walking in, you can go through any of the 23 miles of walking paths that we have here. And right there's one right next to your house. So that's one attractive point about that. And you also have some nearby parks, and you also have the rehabilitation center, or the recreation center, that is over there in the corner of Lies and Gary. Now the third house, which we went to go see, is over on the southern part of town, and that one was listed for $599,900. It was a 4-bedroom with 1 bedroom in the basement. It has 3 1/2 baths, And behind it was a marshy area that is not ever going to be built on. So you have quite a bit of privacy there. And even though it was fairly close to County Farm Road, you're certainly not going to see or hear a lot of traffic. So it was fairly decent, fairly quiet, a nice little home, but that gives you an idea of what you can get here in Carroll Stream. Now I will be doing other videos about Carroll Stream to give you a little bit more in-depth view of it, showing other homes, showing other places of interest. So this today I think was worth giving an idea of what price points we are at. Now there are some lower price points, but those are mostly condos and maybe townhomes. And then you've got some higher price points, which are new construction homes that will be much higher than $600,000. But I wanted to focus in on what most people generally can buy here in Carroll Stream fairly readily. So that was, you know, anywhere from $300,000 to roughly about $600,000 is roughly about what people are buying here in Carroll Stream. Now, if you have lived in Carroll Stream and want to give an opinion, or you want to kind of share with our viewers what other people should expect here, please write it in the comments. Let us know. Or if there's anything you want me to add to any one of my future videos, I'd love to be able to do that. So please go ahead and put that in. Those would be very helpful to those who are looking to move into the area, and also helpful to me so that I can create newer content and something that other people might be interested in. Now, whether you're moving in the next 7 days or next 7 weeks, you know, give us a call, shoot us a text, or even send us an email, and I'd love to show you around town. All the information is here in the description so that you can make a smooth transition here to the Chicagoland area, and particularly Carroll Stream, Illinois. Now, until next time, I'll see you around town.